In is a sports program which comes up every Wednesdays to keep you buoyed up around the world of sports on the recent events in the sports fair in the country. Coming up today, we are going to be looking at the chance of Panther and Colombe Sportif who will engage in this year's edition of the Cameroon Cup final. Who amongst these teams stands a better chance of representing Cameroon at the next edition of the CAF Confederations Cup? Besides that, we are going to look at pre-season activities of the various clubs in the Elite 1 and Elite 2 Championship ahead of the 2025-2026 season. We're equally going to delve into match day 5 of the UEFA Champions League. Top fixture, Arsenal vs Bayern Munich, both teams who so far have a clean record in the league phase of the competition. Remain with me as I'm going to take you to this wonderful edition of the program alongside guests who are going to join me in the studio today. For technical assistance, I have with me Salomon Esana. On the cameras, we have Brian Bida. Production assistants, Evans Williams Jobati. Editorial coaching is done for us by Abel Bela Samari. Coordination we have from the station's manager, Roger Kiek. And for general supervision, it is the Reverend Pastor Bisai Emmanuel Noel. My name is Biwa Brian and I will be your host on today's edition of the program. Stay with me.
People of God, it's time to praise the Lord. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! I go to sing hallelujah. I go to sing hallelujah. I go to sing hallelujah. For all you've done for me, for your blessings to me, Lord, for your goodness in my life, I will sing hallelujah. For all you've done for me, I go to sing hallelujah. I go to sing hallelujah. I go to sing hallelujah. For all you've done for me, for your blessings to me, Lord, for your goodness in my life, I will sing hallelujah. For all what you have done, child. I say, all the days of my life I praise you for the things you did do for me. I go to sing, I go to dance, hallelujah, to the one that is worthy of my praise. My source of inspiration are you. Day and night, left to right, you bless me. I go to sing hallelujah to you.
I will sing hallelujah, yeah. I will sing hallelujah, yeah. I will sing hallelujah, yeah. For all you have done, I will sing hallelujah, yeah. I will sing hallelujah, yeah. I will sing hallelujah, yeah. For all you have done. I will sing hallelujah to you for all the good things you have done, the salvation I have, the life I have, the good health, peace and happiness, my husband and children, you gave them all to me. I will sing hallelujah for all you have done. You have been my healer when I am sick, my provider when I'm in need. You make a way when there seems to be no way. I will sing hallelujah for all you have done.
I go to sing hallelujah. I go to sing hallelujah. I go to sing hallelujah. For all you've done for me, for your blessings to me, Lord, for your goodness in my life, I will sing hallelujah. For all you've done for me,
I will sing hallelujah, yeah. I will sing hallelujah, yeah. I will sing hallelujah, yeah. For all you have done, I will sing hallelujah, yeah. I will sing hallelujah, yeah. I will sing hallelujah, yeah. For all you have done.
Child, Papa, you don't do one for me.
Before delve into today's edition of the program, we'll take out some time to talk about the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity Program, MASO, an initiative which has helped a lot of persons and is still available to help several other persons who are willing to register for this initiative. We are currently in the 6th edition of the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity Program, and all through the first 5 editions of this initiative, we have had a lot of mutualists who have benefited a lot of things. Just by registering for this initiative, there are a lot of things you stand to benefit, stretching from cash prizes to material prizes, as well as other assistance that can be given to you just because you've registered for the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity Program MASO. The most important thing here is that the registration process has been made very easy by the organizers of this initiative. With just a footstep or 3 footsteps or a couple of footsteps, you can be able to find a registry point where you can easily register yourself, or better still, you can rush over to any of the Group and Appro Finance SA branches located within the country, or better still in Yaoundé. You can equally rush over to Royal FM, which is located at Sapem Imboman, what we call the Firefighters Brigade in English, and you get yourself registered. I know the big question going through your head now is, what do I stand to benefit if I register for this initiative? There is no doubt I'm going to be going through all this for you. I earlier on highlighted cash prizes. You have cash prizes stretching from 100,000 CFA francs right through to 2 million CFA francs. Just by registering for this initiative, you can pick up a package within this range, 100,000 CFA francs right through to 2 million CFA francs. With such amount of money, you can use it to fund perhaps your business, to span your business, to start a business. You may decide to use it to further your education. You may have had this idea that you have, but then the finances are not forthcoming. With this initiative, you stand an opportunity to get funding for these various initiatives. Aside from this, we equally have several assistance that can be brought to you, one of which is the health assistance, which you can benefit at the Mami Hospital Complex. Just by registering for this initiative, each time you have a medical challenge, you can head over to the Mami Hospital Complex, which is located at Nouvelle Route Kwabang. There you would have a discount on your bills, and the most important thing, or the most striking thing here, is that the discount doesn't just apply only to you. The discount can equally be stretched to other members who have registered for this initiative, or other members of your family, or for friends. Aside from this assistance, we equally have legal assistance that can be given to you just because you've registered for this initiative. Do you have any legal battles that you would want to go through and you do not know how to go about it? The Mutual Assistance team can help you to go through this battle nice and slow. These are the various kind of initiatives, or the various kinds of assistance that the Mutual Assistance can bring at your disposal. They can equally accompany you if you are bereaved. During a marriage ceremony, if you have a seniority of about 5 years, you stand an opportunity to have a package from the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity Program. Aside from this, we equally have material prizes like vehicles, villa houses, personal vehicles, taxis, that you can benefit from the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity Program. All this because you've registered. And for you to register, it doesn't just end by you going to any of the registration points. You say, oh, I want to register. After your registration, you would need to give in the sum of 26,000 CFA francs. And considering the current economy we are in, the organizers have made this contribution to be very easy for anyone who is willing to go in for the registration. You may decide to take your registration on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, or you may still decide to give in the entirety of the 26,000 CFA francs. But the most important thing is that by the deadline which has been set in June, you must have been able to contribute the entirety of the 26,000 CFA francs. If by the deadline you've contributed 25,975 francs, I am sorry, you are not eligible to be called a mutualist. So you must contribute the entirety of the 26,000 CFA francs before the deadline The most notable thing I'll highlight once more is that you can pay in installments. You can pay on installments that are going to favor you. 100 francs daily, 200 francs daily, or you may pay on a weekly basis, you may pay on a monthly basis. All depends on you which one is going to work for you. Coming up for this edition, the 6th edition of the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity Program, a few innovations have been met by the entire management team, some of which is the creation of different categories for registration. Registration has been split into 3 different groups. We have the Maso Classic, the Maso Corporates, and Maso Senior that have been brought in to ensure that everyone can be able to register in their respective categories. We equally have sales points or registration points that have been installed this time around to ensure that persons can easily register, to ensure that you do not have to walk for a very long distance before you get yourself registered for this initiative. So I'm going to be giving some of these points where you can get yourself registered. The first I'm going to be talking of is at the Sam Escalade neighborhood, exactly at the Carrefour, where we have a kiosk there that is available for your registration. To get to the person in this kiosk, you can reach out through the following number: 674-322294, 674-322294. There is another one where you can get to at Damas, at Rompoint Damas. You can get to this person through the number 696093321, 696093302. With that number, you can use to get to the registration points that is there. There is another one in BMRC LAC. To get to this registration point, you can contact the owner through the following number: 690261676, 690261676, or 699858155. With these numbers, you can use to get to any of these registration points located in different parts of the city of Yaoundé to get yourself registered. That is it for the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity Program.
Welcome to Bisai University Institute in the field of HND, first and second cycle. Our field of studies includes banking and finance, accounting and management of enterprises, human resource management, microfinancing, corporate business rights, journalism. In the field of computer network and telecommunication engineering, we have software engineering, network and security. In the training of bachelor, master and doctoral level, we have business, banking and finance, accounting and management of enterprises, human resource management, microfinance, corporate business rights, journalism held. With work studies, internship consisting of 20% theory and 80% practical in a modern, calm, pleasant, comfortable and favorable environment, with an experienced and dedicated teaching staff, carefully selected, an administration that has placed the student at the center of all its priority, and the practice of bilingualism, which offer the possibility of studying in French in English. Back to School 2025-2026 academic year is slated for the 27th of October 2025. Best student in each field of study will be directly recruited into the group Renapo Finance SA. Bisai University Institute, our campus is located at Ekono, precisely Garage des Chevaux, near the Presidential Guard, Yen Yaoundé. Contact us at 693-930231, 699-026366, 697-264284. Bisai University Institute, simply created for your well-being.
Bienvenue à l'Institut universitaire Bisai. En cycle BTS, première et deuxième année, nos filières, gestion, spécialité, banque et finance, comptabilité et gestion des entreprises, gestion des ressources humaines, microfinance, droit des affaires de l'entreprise, journalisme. Génie informatique, réseau et télécommunications, spécialité, génie logiciel, réseau et sécurité. En cycle licence, master, doctorat, nos filières, gestion, télécommunications, informatique, communication, spécialité, banque et finances, comptabilité et gestion des entreprises, gestion des ressources humaines, microfinance, droit des affaires de l'entreprise, journalisme, santé, avec des stages en alternance sur 20% de théorie et 80% de pratique, dans un cadre de travail moderne, calme, agréable et studieux, avec un corps enseignant expérimenté et dévoué, sélectionné avec rigueur. Une administration qui met l'étudiant au centre de toutes ses préoccupations et la pratique du bilinguisme qui offre la possibilité d'étudier en français ou en anglais. Rentrée académique le 27 octobre 2025 pour l'année 2025-2026. Les majors dans chaque filière seront directement recrutés dans les entreprises du groupe Renapro Finance SA. Institut universitaire Bissaï. Notre campus est situé au lieu-dit Ekounou, garage 2 chevaux, à côté de la garde présidentielle à Yaoundé. Contactez-nous au 693 93 02 31 699 20 63 66 697 26 42 84. L'Institut universitaire Bissaï, créé tout simplement pour votre savoir-être.
At Maso, we simply live our African values.
A deep voice sings of strength and unity in sports. Kalimba melodies slogan crossing, bringing us together on Royal FM. This is our sports hour. Feel the passion, feel the pride. Tune into Sports Hour, only on Royal FM. Ad-libs, yes, Sports Hour. Feel the passion. Tune into Sports Hour, only on Royal FM. A slow celebration. Feel the passion.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still on to Royalty.4 FM. The program you're listening to is Sports Hour. And straight away, I'm going to be introducing you to my panel, beginning with Evans Williams Jobati. Hello, Evans. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Biwa Brian. Good afternoon to all the listeners of Royal 88.4 FM. It's always a pleasure for me to be here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to always be beside. I hope you are doing fine.
No, I'm okay today. I know what you want to say, but
no, not say.
Okay.
I'm not that kind of a guy. I'm
okay.
not that kind of. But
You
then
also-
you cannot deny the fact that.
it has started.
No, I'm not that kind of a person. I'm not.
You cannot deny the
I'm
fact
not
that
talking to you. People, I just have to update people. Just have to update people.
who update
Hello,
them.
David. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Biwa Brian. Good afternoon to my friend Williams Evans Jokbati. Happy to be here again. Good afternoon to all the fans of
5 times in a row.
good afternoon to all the fans of Manchester United.
You are greeting Manchester United, but that they
we have tasted defeat for the first time in 6 games.
Hey, who's defeat that?
Yes,
To who?
we lost against Everton, 10-man Everton,
Hey.
at home on last Monday. It was a bad day for us. Good afternoon to the fans of Liverpool.
Which team is that?
Liverpool, a team that is inconsistent this season. They win the Champions League and they lost terribly.
Liverpool is which team playing?
They lost terribly in the Premier League, but they do well in the Champions League. Good afternoon to Alan Slot. Hope that he's going to keep his job before Christmas. Good afternoon to Enzo Maresca. Thank you for the job done yesterday. Thank you so much for the job you did yesterday to Barcelona. Brian, I'm very happy to be here.
Happy.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me again. I hope that the time we are going to share here is going to be very, very fruitful. Thank you.
Indeed, it is going to be very, very fruitful. We hope to see that way.
Dernière information, dernière actualité, Royal FM vous propose cette édition spéciale. Mesdames, Messieurs, bon après-midi. En France, la Cour de cassation vient de rejeter le pourvoi de Nicolas Sarkozy dans l'affaire Bic Malion, rendant définitive la condamnation de l'ancien président pour financement illégal de sa campagne présidentielle de 2012. Il s'agit de la deuxième condamnation pénale de l'ex-chef de l'État, déjà condamné en 2021 dans l'affaire des écoutes. Pour en parler, Bertrand Oona, éditorialiste socio-politique. Bon après-midi.
Bon après-midi à toi, Raïssa Moko. Bon après-midi à nos auditeurs. C'est donc une autre nouvelle qui tombe comme un couperet. Nicolas Sarkozy, décidément, il est sous la sellette et sur des braises ardentes de plus en plus du côté de la France. On a l'impression que c'est l'heure de rendre des comptes pour l'ancien président français qui est impliqué dans plusieurs affaires, nous le disions la dernière fois, au-delà de la première affaire pour laquelle il a été condamné, notamment l'affaire du financement libyen. Il a d'ailleurs été relaxé il n'y a pas longtemps de cela, après avoir passé quelques jours en cellule. Il y a cette affaire Bic Malion qui revient sur la scène. C'est l'affaire, vous l'avez dit tout à l'heure en introduction, en présentant donc cette information, c'est l'affaire du financement de la campagne de Nicolas Sarkozy en 2012. En fait, il s'agit de quoi? Il s'agit de ce que, en France, la loi prévoit un plafonnement financier pour tous ceux qui sont candidats à une élection, qu'elle soit présidentielle ou qu'elle soit législative ou municipale. La loi a prévu un plafonnement financier au-delà duquel il ne faut pas aller. Sauf que, après des enquêtes, d'abord des accusations de Mediapart, qui avait annoncé et révélé que le président Sarkozy, qui bénéficiait de beaucoup de soutien dans le milieu des affaires en France, mais également dans les réseaux de la France-Afrique et même les réseaux français à travers le monde, avait bénéficié de beaucoup de financements qui forcément avaient dépassé le plafond. Et pendant longtemps, cela a fait l'objet de rejets, on disait non, c'est des attaques, voilà, on va absolument s'en prendre à Nicolas Sarkozy, on veut lui régler des comptes. Et de fil en aiguille, l'enquête s'est précisée sur cette affaire et on a véritablement découvert qu'il y avait eu un dépassement du plafond financier dans le cadre de sa campagne électorale qui lui a permis de mener des actions d'éclat pendant cette campagne et de venir un peu, de dominer un tout petit peu la scène politique française. Ça a traîné longtemps parce qu'il y avait des considérations d'ordre éthique. C'est un chef d'État, un ancien chef d'État. Est-ce qu'il faut absolument aller au bout de cette enquête? Est-ce qu'il ne faut pas le protéger? Eh bien, il se trouve que le contexte politique en France peut être aidant puisque le président Macron est en difficulté, la France est en crise sur le plan politique. On parle beaucoup de la remontée du RN, le Rassemblement National, qui est l'ancien Front National, donc l'extrême droite, qui est en pole position dans les sondages en ce moment. Et l'idée pour Sarkozy, l'idée pour certains de revoir Sarkozy revenir sur la scène était mal perçue, malvenue. Et certains estiment que ce sont des règlements de compte qu'on a décidé de mettre sur la place pour écarter définitivement la possibilité d'un retour de Nicolas Sarkozy en politique. Ça, ce sont des conjectures, mais les faits, ce sont que voilà, il a effectivement, d'après des enquêtes qui ont été conclues, d'ailleurs par une sanction officielle une décision d'un juge au tribunal, c'est qu'il a dépassé le plafond financier, donc c'est passible de sanctions et il est sanctionné donc du côté de la France. Et ce n'est pas la dernière affaire, puisqu'il y a encore l'affaire Karachi, liée donc à la vente des armes, des armes françaises qui se sont retrouvées sur un terrain où on avait parlé d'embargo, notamment du côté du Yémen. Et c'est une autre affaire qui va certainement rebondir dans les jours qui viennent. On a l'impression que la série autour de Nicolas Sarkozy n'en finit pas. Il y a une autre affaire qui couvre encore. C'est l'affaire où on avait également soupçonné d'abus, de faiblesse autour de la première fortune de France jusqu'à une certaine époque, qui s'appelait donc Ingrid Betancourt. Betancourt qui était donc la patronne de L'Oréal, des usines L'Oréal. On accusait Nicolas Sarkozy d'avoir abusé de la faiblesse de la vieille dame pour obtenir des faveurs sur le plan financier. Autant de situations qui font que le président Sarkozy ou l'ancien président français est véritablement en difficulté sur le plan judiciaire. On va essayer de voir si l'élégance politique, puisque la France essuie beaucoup de critiques depuis que l'ancien président est sous l'effet ou sous le feu de la rampe en justice, la France essuie des critiques de la part des puissances internationales de l'Occident, notamment les Américains, qui estiment que c'est inélégant et pas du tout un bon message, un bon prétexte pour la France sur le plan politique de traduire et de traîner en justice de cette manière un ancien chef d'État. On va voir ce que les prochains jours vont nous produire.
Nous retenons donc dans ce dossier l'ex-chef d'État Nicolas Sarkozy, son directeur de campagne. Les anciens responsables du parti sont désormais définitivement condamnés. Merci Bertrand Ona, rédacteur en chef éditorialiste sociopolitique à Royal FM. Royal FM, l'information pour vous, rien que pour vous. Royal FM 88.4, la radio des auditeurs.
Il est 15h.
Une voiture neuve de l'heure, clé en main pour tes déplacements. C'est l'heure de gagner chez Orange. Pour en profiter, souscris à un forfait Orange Bonus au dièse 111 étoile 1 dièse ou va sur Max et Orange est là.
We have it back. You are now on to Sports on Reality.4 FM. Before delving into today's edition of, before delving into our topics of the day, David, I would like to drift our attention to something. So we've been off season for like 7 months, 6 or even 8 months. We are about going for Christmas, and it is obvious that clubs, coaches, and players will not have Christmas money. No Christmas money.
We don't have Christmas money, of course. Brian, it's good that let us be very precise with what we want to say. I want to say that the year 2025 in Cameroon was very, very specific and crucial with the presidential elections. You know, the season in Cameroon only begins after the Cameroon Cup final. And you will not imagine
the Cameroon Cup final that is decided by
the presidency of the republic. So you see that way in an electoral year, that's not an excuse because I think they played the semi-final in the month of.
But now, don't you think that the calendar now, the people who came up with the calendar for the 2024-2025 season, don't you think they should have considered that we are in an electoral year? These are certain things that can happen. This is what we can do.
I said the Cameroon Cup final is not being decided by the federation.
It's not sure.
It comes directly from the
presidency.
Mm-hmm. So the FECAFOOT is making its program relating to what the league, because the league finished I think since the month of even in the month of June, or I think it was in the month of June or July that they played the final match of the league. So they were just waiting now for the Cup of Cameroon final to close the season and to begin because they cannot begin a new season whereas they have not played the Cup of Cameroon final. So I think that this is a lesson for the federation to also know how to program its matches when it comes to the cup.
Now you say it's a lesson. It happens almost every year, and I'm telling myself, or I'm asking myself, a lesson are they taking the lesson serious or what?
Because in other leagues, what they do is that they play the league and the cup simultaneously. It means that during the week they usually play cup matches, and the weekend they play league matches. So if Fecafoot can adopt that system to ensure that the league and the cup is finishing at the same time, so that they can program the finals even in the month of August or in the month of September, so that we can close the year and begin again with another season. Now we have to wait till the 14th, and after the 14th of December,
yes, we have to wait for the Super Cup. There's even going to be the African Cup of Nations, which means that
in the mix of all that we'll have the African Cup of Nations. So you see that the Cameroon Cup, the League of Cameroon this year, let's expect it in the.
So players will not have Christmas money, no money to buy Christmas shoes.
It goes beyond. It goes beyond the Christmas money. It goes beyond the Christmas money, because we are already late as far as the CAF calendar is concerned. No, you know that the winner of this year's Cup of Cameroon is going to play with the Confederations Cup of next year. So you see that it plays with our, even with the calendar of CAF, because normally it was a winner. We would have already played the Cup of Cameroon since, so that the winner was going to play the Confederations Cup. But now it's the winner of last year's Cup of Cameroon that is playing this year's Confederations Cup. So you see that it's a call for concern for Fecafoot to arrange this match.
You have a lot of
now these matches. I want you to derive your mind from the Christmas money.
No, it's something very important. It's something very important, because now you are a journalist. I believe that the money you want to give your own madam in the house is money that you've taken from journalism, and the only reason why I have this money is because you're still active. So these guys have been given a holiday. No, the thing is these players that at their own job site, which is playing that ball, kicking that ball, so they have been given a holiday. They don't know when it's going to end.
What about the Rangers collect that they don't give their
Wait, let me also meet your friend. Let me meet your Evans.
Yeah,
I say, if you are a player, guy spent 7 months in the house, you don't even know when the 7 months will finally just extend to 10. No Christmas money, no nothing.
Of course, is as you David already highlighted, is something that is really calling for concern aside from the money, because there is equally the playing time, there is equally the performance. How, for instance, if it's that you are a player, a player playing in the domestic league that actually wants to shine out of this country, does not want to actually limit yourself here, it equally plays on your performance. At one point in time, how would those outside be able to judge you, to be able to recruit you? Let me take, for instance, if you're a young football player, a rising star, that many people have been chanting the name. Okay, now let us say one of the scouts come into the country, like, okay, I want to see this guy playing. There's no competition, no performance, nothing. So finally you see that it's more of like frustrating for both sides, for both parties, be it the scout or be it the player. So I think it's something that we should
so now I want to look at that financial aspect. To be very precise, we're going to eventually divert to the physical aspect of the players, the fitness of the players, and all that. Now, don't you think for an instance that something should be done? I mean, the calendar, you don't think that the calendar first of all is faulty? You don't think that the structuring of clubs, because majority of clubs in Cameroon, the way they do their contracting with players is that a guy will only pay you salary when they are playing football.
Yeah, normal. That's why we are saying that this is a new. We should only wait and see after the elective General Assembly. It's as from there that we'll be able to know what's the next way forward. Whether the current
I think it's already,
or the new regime will be able to like change the old format, because this is actually a format that has been there since I think it's only 5 years now. If it's that we have to go more than 5 years even. This is a format that we have been using a long time ago, ever since the version, the league version was changed by the LFPC. In that time when General Pierre Semengo was still holding things. So it's a format that has always been there a long time ago. So now the thing now is that we have to we're looking forward to on how to blending with the current roster. If not, we'll still have champions or players still without performance, and that's why when they get out there, they are unable to actually show that game. So talking about the financial aspect, I think it's something that the players should rather try to settle with their clubs. But if it's that it's only during match day that they will pay you, then you should only be patient and then you should wait.
David says that Cameroon Cup must play before new season starts, correct?
Yes, that's
Cameroon Cup.
Now, all of us
the question now is, since probably the federation doesn't have the autonomy to say that the Cameroon Cup should be played like this because we want to start our season this day. We know since they do not have the powers to do so. Don't you think they start considering something else?
I think
case in point, 2018-2019 season, the league started before they ever play Cameroon Cup final.
That's why we are trying to say that it is an arrangement between the federation and the government, because you cannot say you want to like impose.
No, you are still talking about the government. Now I'm just citing an example of 2018-2019. Now they decided the league was never dependent on the Cameroon Cup final, which means that they don't depend on governments to decide that the Cameroon Cup final will be played like this before we eventually play.
That's why we are trying to say that we should understand. You earlier highlighted that the FECAFOOT does not have that autonomy, and if it's that you don't have that autonomy, that is where you have to follow the laws in place. Because what if, okay, let us say you go and you start playing, for instance, the league, and then finally the government or the government sends a security cause to come and maybe bundle all of you guys. Then you see that it's a problem. It's equally a problem on the side of the federation, because they don't have enough powers to be able to ensure that financial security and maybe even the displacement of some clubs. Let us say, for instance, Canon has a game against maybe their first game is against Coton Sport of Garoua, and the players have to leave from Garoua to Yaoundé from Yaoundé to Garoua. You see that the distance alone is a problem before the supporters and even the security, because we know the atmosphere that is there in the north presently now, or even in other parts of the country, the security levels are not really that strong. So if the government says people should wait on us, then they have to arrange with the government, and then from there we'll know the next step forward. But I think it's just an arrangement, because you said it very well. In 2018, we did not wait for the Cameroon Cup, right? Because there was an arrangement.
And in mandates before that, even we used to play the Cameroon Cup and the league simultaneously.
That's why we say that it's an arrangement between the government and the federation. That is where both of them discuss.
Now look at David. Sorry to cut you. I would invite you to please hold that thing you wanted to say. Just keep it. Let me finish asking this question. Okay. Yeah. So now talking about this issue about playing the league before you eventually go and play the cup, right? I don't know. How do you first of all look at it in the first place? Because we've noticed over the years, ever since this one, I don't know the year exactly it came in, but I know that in the past there's some years when it used to happen simultaneously. They are playing the league and playing the cup. Because now what is happening now is that most clubs are not interested in playing the Cameroon Cup. That is why I'm not saying that it is impossible for maybe a certain team like Krimi in the North region beat or eliminate Coton Sport in the Cameroon Cup. Because Coton Sports has probably carried just 11 players who are interested. By that time, players are on holidays. I mean, I remember the game Colombe vs PWD, was it quarter-final of the Cameroon Cup. PWD used the goalkeeper as a 9 shirt because their players had gone on holidays. You will not call a player. If you call a player to come on holiday, it means you have to be paying. And so clubs are shying away from such responsibilities to start keeping players, to start paying lodging for an extra period of time.
I think that let us live according to our means. Because if the contract, because you rightly said the contract of players is always that only when you go and play, that's when they pay you. So they should adapt. The federation should adapt its way of arranging its matches to suit the way the clubs are signing contracts. So a call for concern for clubs. How is it? How do you see it that you sign a contract only when you play? I think that first of all, because we should hear a 2-year deal, a 3 years. Why don't they say in the contract a 3-season deal, a 4? Let us be professional. It's good that before we start running, we need to.
You cannot really blame the clubs. I mean, clubs are struggling to manage the small thing, the small income they have. I think that in your case, you are a press man, you at your place. I mean, if you just decide sometime and then you don't work for 5 months, so they give a breaker, I don't think it is obligatory that they are going to pay you salary for work you've not done. So clubs, I don't know how it functions in Europe. I think probably players have, even though their holidays always are just about 4 weeks. Something.
In Europe, they pay the contracts, a yearly contract. For example, if you have a 2 years contract, they pay you for 2 years, and sometimes they even pay you weekly. and that's why they arrange their season in such a way that in the month of July they even have pre-season matches. They have they travel for charity matches to ensure that the players are always alert and
so now David, do you now encourage our coaches here in Cameroon and our players? I'm going to ask you this question. I think it's having 5 different angles. Because do you first of all blame players, or do you support the idea that somebody should be playing football? He's not concentrating on that football. He still has school that is going. I'm not going to say school is not important. School is important, but I just want to bring us an aspect of multitasking.
Yeah.
Somebody's playing football. He's going to the chantier. The child in the house, most of these players you see on the pitch don't mind how they have cut their ages to. You see Anadzong, say he's 16 years. He has a child in the house. And the child will not want to hear that they have not paid you salary in your club. The child knows that Christmas shoe has to come.
Brian, it's not,
so do you support?
It's not only in Cameroon. It's not only in Cameroon. Okay, let me hear your question. It's not only in Cameroon that
they cut those things.
That they play football and they go to school. I know about Jojo Kilini. He was doing his doctorate degree.
No, how many? Wait,
let me learn.
Yeah, I know what they are trying to say, right? Let's go, for instance, in a country like Germany. How many in 10 players? That inside 10 players that count, how many will you see there that are doing multitasking? That are doing something else?
You cannot compare Cameroon.
You cannot compare Cameroon and Germany.
Okay, let's leave that one. Okay, let's leave that one. Let's go to South Africa.
Let me take another example. We are even going far to South Africa. I think the last Club World Cup there was a team from Australia whereby the goalkeeper there works in the bakery. There's another person. I think that's the team that
it was a team in Brazil.
What I'm saying here is that look at the ratio. What I'm saying here is that look at the ratio.
Need to equally feed because at times it is difficult for the clubs.
Look at the ratio, Evans. Look at what I'm looking at here is the ratio. If you count 10 players, if you can name 10 players now, this is where we are sitting. Inside those 10, at least 8 of them have something else that they are doing.
First of all, how much do they pay them?
Or even all the 10 even.
Wait, how much do they pay
so
them?
now, yes, so what I want to get now from you is that you encourage this multitask. I know, yes, you are going to say you encourage it because they need to feed. But now, does this help their career as a footballer? They don't get to concentrate and all that. Does this help them as?
Let us be candid, right? In Cameroon, you cannot live only with one source of income. It is very clear. In the way the Cameroonian economy is, we cannot live with only one source. I'm not encouraging the fact that it's just a call for concern that we can do better with the way we structure
Cameroonians
football.
are used to multitasking.
Cameroon, we are used to multitasking. Those of us are pressmen. We don't only do journalism. There are some other small things that
so
we
are
do.
Here like this, you are doing that thing. So we are here like this, you are doing that.
There are others. There are small. So
what I've understood here is that you are doing another thing. I'll hold you after this program.
Don't mind that. You don't be surprised to hear that I have a family in the village that I have workers that I send. They doing the cocoa season. They plant cocoa. It's not just an example. It's not an example. It's not an example.
It's good.
It's not an example.
That's money.
Brian, let me tell you, you will not only depend on one source of income because there will be a time that we will not have this energy to come on sports hour at 2:30 and talk to you for. We will not have that energy. Obviously, retirement will come. How do you do when you're retirement?
David.
That's why I'm saying that we have to diversify our source of income.
So with all these things that you are saying, do we deserve to have this name that professional football?
Even in Europe, there are players that go to school and they play
school is
football.
different. School is different. School is different.
I can cite
Chantier. Are they going to Chantier?
What's this player's name? Matteo. I think it was Matteo who was playing in Barcelona. He has a business. He sells maillots. Basically plays football.
No, that one is different. Probably that guy is preparing for life after football.
That's what I'm saying. We are coming back to what I'm saying. You cannot depend only on one source of income to survive in Cameroon. We have to diversify our source of income to survive in this PE. It's very normal. So I'm not encouraging the fact that you go and do shanty. Imagine doing shanty during the week and come to play football. Come on, that's too just for a player.
There are no players who are going to the shanty. They'll go to the shanty to go and buy the boot that they'll use and go and train the next day.
For how long would they do that? For how long can you do that?
Evans. Now, so during this holiday,
please let me learn what I was saying. I was saying that it's good that let us ensure that we don't burden ourselves too much. If it's football, we should play football. But if we want to have any other thing, it should not be something that is going to have an impact on our physicality. Because working in the shanty and going to train, how long can you do that? You cannot do that for 5 years. After 5 years, maybe that's why there's one goalkeeper. I think there was one goalkeeper in one team like that in Cameroon who weighs 118 kilos. You can imagine how can the goalkeeper be weighing such an amount. So I think that it's good that let us be professional and things are going to be fine.
Let us be professional. Let's I want to ask the question: Do we have a professionality? Now, anyways, that's an aside. That's not a question for you. So now, during this holiday period, it's 7 months. The last time these players and coaches received their pay was in May or June. It is probably the players of Colombo have been touching money because they went and played Confederations Cup and so on.
First of all, a bad system to pay players with the fact that because they are only when they are playing. First of all, a bad system. Let's first of all discuss.
Where will you first of all want these clubs to take money to be paying people when they are not working?
That's what we were saying last week. That clubs have to ensure that they don't always depend on the government. They should also look for businesses so that in Europe, how do they do? Players. Even the clubs that even pay have a contribution to the federation. They have their own stadium. They did not do that by magic. It's all about organization.
Okay, now Evans. So during this holiday period, guys have not been paid from May to June. Madam in the house is there. Look at you. You that is the coach.
You said that I have a madam in the house. I don't know when I told you that I have a madam in the house.
No, wait. You made a statement. No, I'll come back to you, Evans. So you as a coach, you are in the house with your family and so on. No salary within this month. From May to June is how many months? January, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. At least 6 months. At least 6 months.
For 6 months,
no money. So is this not enough time for somebody to really say, Master, now wait to football? Because now
I don't think so, Brian.
Because now your mother in the house will be like, man, that's what they do. No, that's what they do. I beg, go learn work.
Football.
Your wife too.
You know, there's one thing that many people fail to understand. Football at the start, for those that actually want to practice the profession, is really enough sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice for something that you like and something you love, you will not be able to actually shine or glow in that. I'm not saying that you should only focus on football. I know players that, professional players that are even out of the country, that they started the football by doing both. You see, somebody will get up in the morning, for instance, go in for his training session. When he comes back, maybe by midday, he prepares for maybe to go and push his truck at one of the markets. After that, by evening, he has another maybe midnight chantier somewhere, and then the next day he's still up again for training session. So you see a lot of sacrifice, a lot of energy, and there are even some players that use this as maybe like their physical to be able to form their physical shape. There are players that do that. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. There are players that do that. There are players that use this.
Okay, so a player just decides to go to the chantier because he wants to keep fit.
Exactly. There are players that do that. But I'm not saying that it is good. I'm just saying that when you have a vision in mind, when you have an orientation, especially when it has to do with football, there are a lot of sacrifices they need to do. It's either you are for the football or you are for another thing.
And one of the sacrifices is to stay in the house for 7 months.
If they have decided to stay in the house for 7 years, one thing is certain is that one day when you'll be playing, you'll be performing on the pitch, you will show your talents, and one person will identify you, and that's how you will go out of the country. And you will start
David,
please, I have something to say. You have been mentioning the fact that players don't have money at this time. You have been here for.
I have not said that players don't have money.
Wait, let me you said that they don't have a Christmas money to give their wives. That's what I say. You have been working here. You have never called me like that and said no. Come and meet me.
Are you my wife? So we're talking about wife here. Did that?
You see, you cannot call us that well. Since I've been working at Royal FM, let us have a. So, anyways. Williams, after the program, Brian will discuss.
I will equally say that added to that, just to add to what I was saying, we equally notice that to me, if it's that a player is complaining of money at this point in time, and that the player has actually been, in all games performing touching money, I will equally say it's mismanagement. Because a player that actually
that's very important.
Player that actually like receives money on match days. I'm not saying that there is there are equally some things that some costs, some things that expenditures that you need to do, but you should equally bear in mind, knowing very well the league, how it is being structured. You should equally bear in mind that the season after a certain point in time, we will not have matches, we will not have games.
But it's too much. It's for 7 months. How long will you?
This particular year was different. We should equally bear in mind that this particular season was different as compared to other seasons. Because let me take the instance of last season. You take note that December did not. I'm going right up to November. It was in October.
They played the Cup of Finals, or I think on the month of October.
Starting October. Early
by
October.
December, the league was kicking off.
Yes, early October we already played the Cameroon Cup Finals, and we finished, I think, the league by September getting to June, if I'm not mistaken. Before long holidays at least. So you see that there is the time frame, but this particular year was actually very, very long because of what we know, the presidential elections, other elections still to come, and other quagmires up and down. So you
quagmires.
So you see that all of this seems up to what we
quagmires.
Now, so drift a little bit away from that, though still in the same light. How does this affect clubs? Because clubs have been in pre-season, right? And you don't call players to come for pre-season without putting in a budget. You have to pay for their lodging for players. For instance, if you are a club based in Yaoundé and you've signed players from Garoua, you would have to bring the guy down from Garoua to this place. You have to, it's lodging, feeding, and then match prim. Even though those things, I think it's always 1,000 francs.
Well, not got to that level.
Anyways, I have no information on that. Okay? You know that some teams actually, when it comes to match prim, they usually keep it secret.
Training bonus.
No. I wouldn't say it's 1,000.
Even in the Interquarter tournament that we usually play when we're younger.
Interquarter has money more than this thing, no? Wait.
I wouldn't say
Interquarter has money more than this.
No.
Why do you think?
No, Interquarter does not have more money than the league. What are you saying?
Go and ask a football player.
Then I don't know. Then that's an information I've not received.
The players also use this opportunity
to play. One player alone can play like 10-15 Interquarter.
You should understand that there are some club presidents that have not been paying, that have not been paying players.
They should be paying player when it's holiday.
Even during the season.
If you sign a player, how is it done? The rule says that when you sign a player,
whose rule? These clubs have signed contract with players. I've told the player that they were paying you, but I remember this. I was making a justification last term, right? They will make a justification last term that I paid all their salaries, except they said we have paid all our salaries except the salaries for months when was off season, or how they put it, but it's somewhere in that sense that we have not paid, which means there was an agreement at the end of the players that
exactly
we are paying, but when
that's what I'm trying to make you to understand. If it's an agreement between the player and the club, then the player should understand. You will not tell me that we had an agreement from the start, then after on you want that I should pay you on top of something that we already had an agreement that I will not be paying during days that we don't have games. So it's normal. If it's that. Presently now, I don't think there's any player that have been complaining. I've not heard any. I don't know if you have heard of any player.
They are playing the Interquarter match.
Exactly,
because they have their money. Because
it's an agreement that they had. They had the agreement. That means before the season could start, during in their contract, why signing it, why renovating it. So it's normal. So they see it normal. And if that is there, then they only have their second. How do you say their second option? And their second option is the Interquarters that is giving the money.
Now, Brian, let me make a very shocking revelation. There was a player who anyways is no longer playing in the Cameroon national team. I think that when we were much younger in Kumba.
Yeah.
After the season, we always come.
Okay, so you're from Cape Town.
Yes, from Kumba. He always comes for holidays in Kumba teams in the quarter usually they usually scramble for him. There was a time that because they take according to where you live where you live in the quarter. In my wife, for example, my wife but there's a particular quarter. So now there was a club that was forced to rent him 3 months a house so that you should live in the quarter and play for. So you see, these players have their various way of making their money.
That's why I said that I don't think there's any player that is complaining, because if actually this was a problem a long time ago, this is already on the
football.
already on the 4th season now, under this particular style structure, and no player has complained. They just wait that the season to start and they kick on with their various
players are complaining. No,
I've not heard any.
You have just not heard players are complaining.
No, if it's that you are the one that is saying it, then you should side them.
Me, I know what I'm telling. Me, I know what I am telling you.
Then they should go. They should go to radio stations, go to TV stations. I don't know, whatsoever, and tell everyone. So it should be known.
Anyways,
so far as no one has said anything, then they are happy with it.
Anyways, Cameroon Cup final has been set for the 14th.
Yeah, 14 at 2 p.m.
of December.
At 2 p.m.
Sunday,
2 p.m.
presided over by the Prime Minister.
We don't know, because we can say Prime Minister, then tomorrow we hear that is maybe more.
Anyways, that is not even my point. That's not even the point. That is not even the point of interest. That is not the point of interest. Panther column.
Very, very good.
How would these 7 months affect these people, especially a club like Panther? Because I recall that when guys already play the semi-final and qualify the girls, they say, guys, people should go on holidays. And you know, this holiday usually is because they are thinking that to you allow these guys here to be paying salary and all that. They came again, started training after they went back. I think now they have come back. How does this affect them now? You are preparing for something you don't know when it's going to be played. Finances are going this, and so on.
Anyways, first of all, we should take note that these particular clubs, they have their budget that were planned. That means before
that budget is finished.
Wait, let me land, Brian.
Budget is finished.
Let me land. You should take note that before every season, a club plans on its budget, and its budget has to cover, be it the Cameroon Cup, be it the Champions League, be it the league, be it whatsoever.
So how would that budget have known that up to this time, like, they will not have played the Cameroon
Brian,
Cup?
Can I finish?
Hello, with Momo Help, borrow up to 100,000 francs to make your transactions and pay later. Dial star 126 star 61 hash to subscribe now.
Alexander Arnold, that's a belting ball, and here's Salah. It's Mo Salah! It's Mo Salah! It is explosive!
Takes in touch, but cleared away by United, but only as far as the edge of the penalty area. Put back in for Bernardo Silva. Silva stands to look towards the back post. Haaland! Oh, that is magnificent from Andre Onana! What a stop!
What a save from the goalkeeper.
As good as you'll see from Andre Onana.
Baliba got back. Lewis Dunn is very appreciative of Baliba's efforts. Everyone on the edge of their seats. Goal! A shot to nothing! That means everything! And an absolutely epic finish from Carlos Baliba to win it at the death for Brighton.
City are on a different plane. De Bruyne, Haaland! Again and again and again! It's getting silly!
Lamiobi and Shearer!
Ryan Mbamo! More! Can this really be happening? Blink it back! Oh, the throw, Caicedo! He has hit that with special purity!
We are back. Ivan, so we are talking about this whole thing. For clubs, we were talking about budget. That the budget of last season was supposed to play Cameroon Cup.
Yes, as I was saying, the budget is always outlined ever since the start of the season, before any season wants to start.
You know,
a club outlines all of these because
David,
because
Evans
are not made.
Wait, David. Don't you think that clubs do budgeting based on the calendar? If calendar says that the season will play and the Cameroon Cup will play by then, a club knows that, okay, this will do. So if the money finish by this time, we'll go and borrow money here. By this time, we'll come and add so that we can like this. But now, calendar has been interrupted. It's not being followed. The calendar is not working. That means that if you see Tuesday like this, they are doing the thing. The thing that is supposed to do on Tuesday, they are doing it on Friday. Doesn't this affect the budget? Because Evans here is saying that clubs should have budgeted for.
All of us.
I'm not saying that clubs would have budgeted.
All of us are d'accord. All of us are d'accord that this season is a very particular season.
No.
Let me learn. It's a very particular season, but I'm not saying that it affects the player. Of course, it affects the clubs. It affects them. You cannot be preparing for something you don't know the date. If, for example, you want to write an exam, you know that this exam is coming up in the month of June.
Now you read this chapter.
You read this chapter. So I even wonder how Cameroon players, the players who play the Cameroon, how they even do the thing, how the coaches even do to train them. Because I've listened to one coach, or I think it was one panel. He was saying that they train the players following a particular time frame. Now these players have been training. They have gone back for holidays. They have come back. So how do they manage all of this? I think that is a call for concern. But as I said, this year has been very particular with the elections, because as I write, the Cup of Cameroon is not a full stop. It is under the direct patronage of the President of the Republic. So the President of the Republic who comes out with the calendar of the finals, even the matches, how it's being programmed. They don't hand it to Fecafoot to adjust to program the matches and start this season playing this. So I think that it has been very, very particular this season. Let's not blame Fecafoot, but I think that they have learned their lessons. Maybe the coming season they should program it. They should play the Cup of Cameroon alongside the league. They can play the Cup of Cameroon within the week, and they play I think they play the league during weekends. I think that's going to do a lot of good. So even by July, we should be done with everything and just waiting for the day of the finals. I will play the finals, so I will start back the next season. It will help us a lot.
Evans.
Yes, as I was saying, I'm not the one that said that
before the devil
club should budget. I mean, like budget plus the Cameroon Cup. I'm just saying that in every pre-match, I mean before any pre-season, clubs budget a general expenditure that they are going to be doing plus expenses or miscellaneous, as they always call it in our private junkies. That means this miscellaneous is actually the unforeseen circumstances. So this
one you're not even seeing it. This circumstance you're not even seeing it.
Unforeseen circumstances. Now we can talk now about the longevity of this particular period or this season, whereby we don't have any games and still waiting for the season.
Let us.
It's normal. It would depend on the way the clubs budgeted themselves from the start. And I will equally, as our area said, I will equally call on the federation and the ministry to redefine or revise this particular structure format, because it's not only handicapping us financially, but it's equally handicapping us in terms of performance out there. Because you won't tell me that we are so good back home, but when we move out there, no results to show for it. For instance, let me take. I'm not just focusing on Colombe. Let us talk about Cotonsport of Garoua. How many times has Cotonsport of Garoua finished first and in Cameroon, best club in Cameroon? Then when they move out there, they don't even get to the second round of the CAF Champions League. So Brian, you see that it is something that we should actually take into consideration.
Okay, Evans, of you. So we get straight to it. Panthère Sportive, Colombe Sportive. To you, Who stands a better chance? I think we have two of the top coaches in Cameroon. I mean,
Of course.
Coach Richard Toa
Of
for
course, it
Colombe
should be
going up
Colombe.
against
To me, it's
Coach
Colombe.
Yves Clement Aroga. Both coaches who have the highest coaching certificate or license, or however, the UEFA Pro. Now,
Yeah, UEFA Pro.
To me,
yeah,
Brian,
Yves Clement Aroga and
Brian, to me,
Richard
to
Toa.
me, the better side is Colombe, but the most experienced, I say it again, the most experienced tactician is Yves Clement Aroga with Panther. So
You can still remember. I mean, the Bambutus expedition is still very fresh in my.
exactly. So because actually you are even coming back to Bambutos, because if you take note, you see that Yves Clement Aroga in his time in every Cameroon Cup final, I don't think he has actually. I think it's only
That should have been his
I
first
think
because he has coached
Bambutus
he coached a
and-
certain team before coaching Bambutus and then Dynamo before Panther.
and you see that
And then the
this is
Intermediate
the
Lions.
second. This is the second Cameroon Cup final, and the previous one he won with Bambutos.
No, I think
No,
Bambutos
he
was-
didn't win. Cotton Sport
sorry,
won.
Sorry, Cotton Sport won, but it's right in the Super Cup that he won. So you see that he has that enough experience when it comes to finals. He knows what it means to play finals, and he has equally done marvelous jobs with a lot of clubs, home-based clubs, be it Dynamo, be it Bambutos, be it in fact a lot of clubs.
Now, let's look at it this way. If Clement Aroga, after that deal with Dynamo, which fell off after he successfully qualified Dynamo for the playoffs of that year, that Young Sport Academy was threatening to win the league. They fell out. He left, and then Dynamo disappeared. So he went to Germany vacation, and then Bambutus opened the doors after they had sacked. The
Yes.
first person to sack a coach, Suleimanu Abubakar, was sacked.
and then he came and
first coach.
revived.
So he took them from last position to, I think they finished the top three, top
yes,
4
top three
in the league,
because the first was
with a crop of players that were selected by someone else. Now this time has come. He has had this opportunity to sign players. I've seen he has signed a lot of players.
for Panther.
You still place Richard Toa ahead of him.
No, I'm not saying I'm placing Richard Toa ahead of him. I'm saying that to me, the most experienced coach when it comes to playing finals is Yves Clement Aroga. But when it comes now to performance, team performance, let me precise it. Team performance, Colombe Sportif is the best. I don't see any team outstanding them now, outclassing them. Because first of all, why? Because if you have to go by the last 4 or 5 seasons in Cameroon, you notice that Colombe Sportif started first of all their first season. You see that they were among the top 15. Then after all, they moved again now to the top 10. They tried to like get up to the top 4. It did not work out. They were a little bit. They stood a little bit again in between the top 8, and now we saw them top 3. Now they are first, and this will be their. If they have to win the Cameroon Cup, this will be their fourth title, Cameroon title, if I'm not mistaken.
In less than 2 years.
Exactly. Starting with the league, with the Cameroon Cup, the league, the Super Cup, and now the Cameroon Cup again. And should have they maybe gone for the CAF Champions League? Maybe they would have had a chance.
Somebody has not gone. You say they would have had chance. They didn't go. That's what we hope. They would have had chance.
But that's what we hope.
Hey, Cameroonian.
No, it's always a joy. It's always a joy and a pride to have a club that actually understands the.
You have to go and play a team that they pay their players in dollars. You are bringing CFA to come
and our team. Let me put it that way. Our team, if it's that okay, we play our own in CFA, right?
Yeah. How much
They pay theirs in dollars, and finally we saw the way those that pay in dollars were being, in fact, they were just beaten out of the competitions like dogs.
Who are you talking about?
Follow my eyes.
I would like to know.
Follow my eyes.
Is it about MC Aljas?
So all this just to make you understand that to me.
I talk about MC Aljas.
To me, I think this particular game in between Bambutos and Colombe Sportif, I mean Panther and Colombe Sportif, will be played in the pitch, whereby we will see the experience of Cliff Clement Aroga with his new players. Why Coach Richard Toa will be trying to show everyone that Colombe has the best football in Cameroon.
David, so to you, who stands a better chance? I mean, evaluating from the way they've been preparing and every other way you would want to evaluate Panther Sportif in front of Colombe. Like I was saying, I think they are some of the finest coaches we have in the country.
The best for now.
Yeah, we can put it that way.
They are amongst the best for now. Because I don't see any other.
We equally have the likes of Mikro Birwe. We have experienced coaches.
Birwe, where is Birwe?
He's a director in Kotong Sport.
From coaching to director.
We have.
I keep my silence.
We have a lot of them. We have a lot of. We have Pagu David.
Pagu David.
Even though I think he has CAF license A.
Where is he with PWV?
He is currently the head coach of Kotong Sport of Garua.
Yes, and then finally, where is Kotong Sport? I mean, on the classification table, where is the end?
Kotong Sport is in a bracket. I think the top 4, top 3
bracket, and then Panther that were almost dying finally came and then finished second ahead of them.
You know the
David Pagu.
Whereas David Pagu is there. No, I'm not saying that David Pagu is a bad coach. But
no, he's just coming. He has not started.
This particular
last season he was with PWD.
This particular season, to me, the best coaches remain Richard Toa.
Okay, you are talking based on the season that ended.
Yeah. Exactly.
That
is the classification.
Based on the season that ended.
We have to look in terms of titles.
Then please,
David
you have
Pagu
to.
Is the best. Obviously.
Then please, you have to include Alum Kada.
No, Alum Kada. Yes, we will talk about Alum Kada. But finally, how do you call this club of Garwa? Gazelle of Garwa. Finally, where did they end? After
that has been the most David. That's been the most consistent job in Cameroon for the past 3 seasons.
The youngest squad when it comes to playing Elite One, and it is. I think this is even the second season. In fact, I have a lot of things to say about Gazelle because I don't understand how you will play 3 consecutive seasons and you always be finishing vice. We will never take first. What's the meaning of that? I don't understand. Where are we going to? You should at least show even hopes or interest of trying to win this particular competition. During the playoff, you finish vice. During the season, you are booted in the semi-finals. In fact, all over you are only showing everyone that you are the best. You have the youngest squad. Finally, you end low. We are not going anywhere with such football.
So I was telling David. I was asking David before Evans was interrupting. So when you look at everything, these 2 teams in the Cameroon Cup final, who stands a better chance? You have to know there that if you look at both coaches, I think in the last 3 years they have each played the Cameroon Cup final once.
Yeah.
So both of them in the last 3 years or in the last 4 years will be coming to the Cameroon Cup final the second time.
I think that first of all, a final is not played, a final is won, because they will always remember the winner.
Big bad dog. A final is not played.
The final is won. So I think that they will always remember. They always remember the winner, and they will not pay some more attention to the runners up. I think that looking at the 2 teams on paper, I see Cologne Sportive of Njayelabo having more experience to win this year's tournament, because they have been exposed. They have been in competition. Like they have played the CAF Champions League. They won. I think they won the preliminary rounds. But they lost. I think they won the first preliminary round. The first preliminary round, but they just lost at the doorstep of the group stages. So I think that, given their experience, their exposure, and they even lost not even by losing. It was just the away goal rule that knocked them out. So I think that they stand a better chance to.
They even won the Cameroon Cup
to win. They stand a better chance to leave this year's Cameroon Cup. But take nothing away from Panther, because they are very hungry to win the Cameroon Cup.
So too, because Panther was eliminated last season, the 2024 Cameroon Cup by Colombe, the quarterfinal.
So I think that let's not Panther is not a pushover. I think that they also come into the game to show that we're having a very experienced manager, Yves Clement. So I think that it's going to be a very, very interesting game. But I see Cologne Sportive and Njayelabo having an edge over Panther, even though it's going to the game is going to be played on the field. I'm just saying on paper, if you're looking at the 2 teams, I see Cologne Sportive and Njayelabo having an edge over Panther Sportive.
Okay. Now Evans. So David is highlighting the fact that the front reason why Colombe is looking to be the favorite is because they have played.
Yes, aside from even playing, you probably notice that they are the current cup holders when it comes to the Cameroon Cup. So that alone only makes them favorite. once you have won a competition, when the next edition comes in that particular competition, is something automatic, direct favorite. So that's why I say that everything is just left now to see what both teams will produce on the pitch, not in the office, but on the pitch.
It's going to be a difficult game for Panther, because I can imagine the players have not played competition. They have friendly games. It's different. I think that where you have a competition, like you not compare the CAF Champions League and a friendly match that you play with the under 17 boys and play in the quarter. But I think that it's going to be very difficult for Panther. But I hope to see the technical touch of Yves Clement, to see how he can be able to mobilize these players and tell them that no, this is the final that we have to win, and I think that is going to help them a lot.
It's going to help them a lot. So we'll just wrap up the couple of minutes, and then we'll head over to that Champions League to see what's going on there. Match day 5. I hear the top fixture, Arsenal versus Bayern.
But what about yesterday?
Bayern is going to be. We are not getting to that one now like this, because when we get there, it will be hot. When we get there, it's going to be hot. And you know, I think there are some people who are not playing the team. Exactly. They are just watching the TV. They are just watching the TV. They are just watching how others are playing on the TV. And they even have the guts. They even have the guts to talk to those who are playing
and losing. Those who are playing and losing.
It's better to play and lose than play at all. Some people don't know the last time they went. They don't even know when they'll ever go there again.
Even match print for even losing. No.
Where?
Let me not expose.
So people are going for Christmas. Everyone is happy that no, there is no way. We'll come there. We'll come there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So now, Evans, the winner of amongst these two guys, they are the people who represent us next year. The CAF Confederations Cup. Last term, Cologne won, but did not go because they could not play the Champions League and the Confederations Cup. I think we understand that one already.
That's normal.
So Eglo went by virtue of being finalists.
And we saw what they did.
Yes. So now we have Panther and Cologne. The other time I asked you to say who is going to win, I think the both of you have choose Cologne.
No.
Yeah.
Presently now, I said everything is going to be played on the pitch, because we have one side a coach that is well experienced, that has a lot of experience when it comes to playing finals, and on another side we have a team that is very compact. They play together and they know what it means to win finals.
Yeah. So now I want you to look at it from now. The other time I was just telling you which team stands a better chance. Now I want to get from you which team to you can better represent us next year. That's a big deal. Now I understand that
in the CAF Confederations Cup or in the Champions League.
The Confederations Cup, the winner of the
Panther,
they are better off representing at the Confederations Cup.
Better.
Are you saying this because you are somehow hoping that Cologne is going to double the league title?
No, but once you already already playing the how can I put it the Cameroon Cup, you're already sure of either playing maybe the Confederations Cup or not, because should for instance Cologne win, for instance, let us take the instance whereby Cologne wins and then finally they win, go again and win maybe the league, you see that finally it's Panther that is going to play the Confederations Cup. But now if Panther wins and maybe goes further to win this thing, so one thing is that one of them will represent Cameroon in one of the CAF Confederations, the CAF Champions League or Confederations Cup.
Thank you very much, Evans William Jobati. Let's visit the dashboard, our technical dashboard. From there we would see what is happening in Europe. UEFA Champions League match day 5, which is going to set in this evening.
I think it is a fair group, given that Cameroon has played with Côte d'Ivoire 5 times and have won 3, Côte d'Ivoire winning 2. I think the historicity between these two countries is what many Cameroons are going to be seeing.
It's going to be a regional derby. It's always going to be a hotly contested game. We all know the tussle for supremacy in this sub-region. Gabon, just like Equatorial Guinea, Central Africa, Congo, they want to always prove that they have come of age, they have made progress, and they can show that they are better than Cameroon.
Le continent contre la Côte d'Ivoire, the Elephants against the Indomitable Lions. Everyone is looking forward to that exciting fixture. The group has been drawn, and to me, it's very fair. So it's going to be a battle between Coach Marc Brice of Cameroon, Coach MS Faye of Ivory Coast, Coach Chiquino Konde of Mozambique, and then Coach Thierry Uyuma of Gabon.
We are back for the last part of today's edition of the program, the UEFA Champions League. It's Champions League night.
Yes,
Evans,
those who are not participating should not.
Wait,
not.
I did not expect you to talk. I don't even want to expose you.
just stay quiet first. Let
those who are concerned talk.
Those that know what it means to play Champions League.
Please, this is for those who are concerned. I will just say that they should turn off your mic.
Unless you want to change your club.
No, my Manchester United fan.
Okay. Stay. When we start talking about Premier League, we'll get back to you.
The man is there. They don't even know how he feels. I don't.
We have won the Champions League.
What was the last time you won Champions League?
2008 we have won.
2008.
Yes.
Should I tell you when last we won the Champions League?
When we won last?
2016.
2015.
How many Champions titles do you guys have?
We have 2.
Only. Us we have 5. Do you want that we should continue?
Saba. Evans. So today, the top fixture we.
He's just excited. He's just excited when we talk about Champions League.
I'm sorry. It's okay.
Where? Champions League is good too.
So it is Bayern Munich. Yes, Bayern versus Arsenal.
Yeah.
A game to be played at the Emirates Stadium.
They meet
both teams. Sorry.
In England, you're going to play in England.
Yeah, in England.
London.
Is Arsenal neighbor to Manchester United?
No. They're not neighbors. They're not. But just that when they meet, once it's said that Arsenal will beat them.
But anyways. I want to ask about you because I know that you know how it feels to play Champions League.
Yeah.
So Arsenal versus Bayern played at the Emirates Stadium, like I was highlighting. We look at it. These are the top teams. I think Bayern is first. Before yesterday's games, Bayern is first. Arsenal second. They have 100. I think there are just about 3 teams have a perfect record. Arsenal, Bayern, and Inter. If I'm not making an error, they have not lost. They have won everything.
Yes, everything.
Serious people.
Yes, very
serious.
Very serious. Yes, they're the only ones. Those are the only teams that actually. But now we should take note of these particular games. Please, Premier League guys, people should wait.
Yes. Go ahead.
As I was saying, for those that know Champions League, to be precise, Bayern Munich have won all their games, and each time they win, it's always with a large score of 3 goals, with a big score of over 2 goals. So you will take note that they score a lot when it comes to Champions League.
Yeah, because they have a front line of Diaz. They have. Is Musiala back?
Musiala is back, but he's not going to play the game. He is back, and he's he has started training sessions. So he's not going to play the game. As for Luis Diaz received a red card during.
For that tackle against Hakimi.
Yes, that very
African Ballon d'Or winner.
Yes, that very brutal tackle against Hakimi.
It was not brutal.
A lot of people are arguing that if it weren't for the injury, that shouldn't have merited a.
But even still, even if the injury was there or not, Paris Saint-Germain was only losing. So it wouldn't have changed anything. And even if the tackle was not there, I think Bayern could have still have beaten Paris maybe by more goals, because the way Luis Diaz was activated in that game was not normal. So it's just to make it to understand that Bayern Munich is fired up, all hot for this particular encounter. And I know Arsenal on their part too, they will not want to lose this encounter, noting that now should they win, they will be first on the Champions League classification table. And you should take note that Bayern Munich in their last, I repeat, in their last 15 games, only lose one. And no, only made a draw. It was only a draw. That is the only thing that they had to do. A draw game. But in the last 15 games, it's either a win or a draw. And majority of them is 14 wins, 1 draw. That is the statistics for Bayern Munich present now. And in the Champions League, they have scored 14 goals.
14 goals, yes.
14 goals. While Arsenal have scored only 11.
How do they do score goals in Champions League?
When you get there, you will know. So you will see that all of this goes to all of what you are saying here. So this is really a highly anticipated game whereby both teams will won.
So now we are looking at this way, Evans. I think that there's a lot of interesting things about this game. First, Bayern are the top goal scorers in the UEFA Champions League. Is it 14 or 15 goals?
14 goals and considered only 3.
They have Harry Kane, who has crazy numbers in terms of goals. But then they are going against Arsenal, who is yet to concede a goal in the Champions League.
Yes, but...
And now you look at one thing again, Arsenal being strong with defense, they are down with one man, Gabriel.
Exactly.
Who is considered to be the main man.
I was coming over to that because take note there, it's not only Gabriel that is actually down. They still have a lot of players that are still injured. Because in the last game, you take note that how they call this other guy, why am I forgetting his name? Odegaard. Odegaard, their team captain was he's injured. We equally have Gyökeres that might not play because of injury too. We equally have the new guy that they just signed from Real Sociedad, Zubimendi, that equally might not play. But now they'll be depending on Saka. They'll be depending on Eberechi Eze. They'll be depending on.
Avec Orange Non, c'est 50 voyages tout frais payés pour atterrir au Maroc. Et pour enjoy ça non, souscris à Orange Bonus au dièse 111 étoile 1 dièse où tu uses l'application Max Eat. Orange est là.
Orange est là.
Evans, before I'm going to come back to you or take David, I don't know if David, if you know how it feels to play Champions League, to support a team that is playing Champions League, but I just said to myself, it wouldn't be fair if we just started we started talking together, right? During all that topic, I said it would not be fair if I will enter a certain topic and then guys not contributing. So now I'd like to get from you, Arsenal Bayern.
That's a shame bullet.
Straight to the heart.
That's a shame bullet.
Arsenal Bayern is a tough fixture, you agree?
Yeah, it's a very tough fixture.
Now it's going to be attack versus defense, and Bayern has lost one of their attacking manpower. I think one of their most productive players is Luis Diaz, who will not be there, versus an Arsenal that have also lost one of their most important components. Gabriel picked an injury on national duties with Brazil. I think was it last week or maybe it was week before last. So they are both coming with shortages. The striking thing I just came across is that Arsenal has only considered 6 goals this season across all competitions,
but none in the Champions League.
They have not considered nothing in the Champions League.
I think that Arsenal Football Club has been on fire this season. The only comfort I have as a Manchester United fan is that Arsenal is doing well this season, because if you look at their stats in the league, they are first in the league. They are currently, I think they are only among the unbeaten teams when it comes to the Champions League this season. They are doing so well this season. But now Arsenal is not only about their defense. They also have a very goal scoring attack. You look about Eberechi Eze, who scored a hat trick in
the London derby.
Hat trick. We have Saka, who is on fire right now because he has picked up. I think that he's picking up better than he was doing last season. You have the likes of take away Gabriel in the defense. They also have Saliba, who was on fire.
There's a new guy they even signed.
It's not actually he's on loan from Bayer Leverkusen.
I think that the strength of Arsenal is on their squad depth. They don't only depend on each player has a perfect replacement. That's what gives them the strength that they're having this season. I think that Arteta has been so patient to build this team over the years. Look at their midfield. Declan Rice If they don't play Declan Rice, they can play Odegaard. They don't play Odegaard, they can play. I think this guy from who was on loan from, I think it was Brighton. My name is, memory is just keeping my name. The name is just keeping my memory. I think that Arsenal, Declan Rice, we have Odegaard, we have Dima was calling on injury. We have Gabriel Jesus on injury. I think that he's on injury. I think that they have what it takes. They have what it takes to produce a very classic game today. I think that the game today is going to be the finals before the finals, because Bayern Munich, you look at Olise, you look at Harry Kane, who has scored, I think that he has scored 50 goals in the last 40 matches. I think that he's on fire this season. I think that it's going to be a very, very difficult match. That is a game that I'm going to watch tonight. I will not watch a game that they defeated the team who is claiming that they are playing the Champions League and losing.
Oh, come there. You know,
I think that we also have another team who is also losing the Premier League that is going to play today. I think that
no, David, come. Wait. Why did that? I'm going back. Ivan.
Wait. Let me learn. I think that it's going to be a very, very good game today for the neutrals. I think that I'm looking forward to that game. I want to see how Arsenal is going to manage the Bayern Munich teams playing at home. The Emirates Stadium, I think that is also going to be a booster for them because they are going to have the number 12 man. Ooh. I think that the game today is going to be very, very interesting, and as I said, that's the only thing that's going to keep me busy. Evans,
another interesting thing about this game is that Michael Olise will be reuniting Deberechi Eze, former teammates in Crystal Palace. And both players, shockingly, have been very important elements for
Bayern and for Arsenal, especially last weekend, because Michael Olise too, on his part, he made a hat-trick and gave an assist for Bayern Munich. I mean, the last game, so where they won 6-1. Same thing with
was it 6-2?
6-2 rather, sorry. And you should take note that Bayern they were leading Bayern 2-0. So I think this is a game whereby a lot of stakes will be high. But you should equally take note that English teams, especially when it comes to London teams, are very, very difficult to beat at home.
Now, before even that, David, I don't know if you've noticed, it has been very difficult for teams from other leagues who have been at different countries.
Do you mean notice in the Champions League?
In the Champions League this season.
Okay. Yeah, in the Champions League this season. It has been very, very difficult.
It has. Wait, I want to say something. I want to ask this man something. He's laughing.
Okay.
Have you noticed that among all the teams, how many teams are representing England for?
We have Arsenal, we have Liverpool, Tottenham,
Chelsea.
Please look for the table. Yes, let's have the classification table. Now, but then one thing that's been observed generally is that other teams from other leagues, be it from La Liga, from League One, they find it very difficult to beat teams in England. I think the only English team that has lost up until now is Newcastle.
I think that the English
and Manchester City.
The English Premier League.
Yes, and Manchester City who did it yesterday.
I think that. I think that the English Premier
League. But I'm very sure if Manchester United,
City will trash.
City will just.
Okay. What are you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying because it's difficult to beat Premier League teams. I'm just wondering if it would have been the same if
it was the English Premier League.
Manchester United.
Manchester United.
Anyways, I was saying that. The English Premier League, I think that is one of the top leagues in Europe. I think that if it's not the best, I think it will be the first two. But I think that to beat an English team, I think that the only teams that have been succeeding to do that is either Real Madrid or Barcelona. It'll be very difficult to break down an English team. I think that this season again is showing that the English Premier League has gone to another level, because even if you look at Tottenham, who were struggling in the league last, I think that they are doing so well. They are doing so well in the Champions League this year. I think that it's going to be a very, very tough game today. I don't see Arsenal losing today. I don't see Arsenal losing today with the squad that they have. I think that the English Premier League so far, they have been so well. I think that we are going to see another spectacular match today.
So
please just withdraw the statement.
No, I'm just wondering
just withdraw the statement.
If some people went to the Champions League, if they would have had the same. Now, if I'm seeing some records. Arsenal has found it very difficult. As a matter of fact, 3 times in a row, the last time they lost 5-1.
To Bayern.
Yeah,
5-1.
I've lost.
That means
Harry Kane has played 21 goals against Arsenal and has scored 15 goals. Has
played
21
21 games
against Arsenal
and has scored 15 goals. And you should equally notice that the last time that Arsenal won, lost to Bayern 5-1, when in the return leg they still lost again 5-1. A total.
I think there are two different seasons. There are two different contexts now.
So that's just to make you to understand that that's the Arsenal of in those days.
Voila.
The Arsenal of now, like
just like the Manchester United of in those days.
Because Arsenal they took a lot of time to be able to build. Because I will remember that I think there were 2 or 3 consecutive seasons that Arsenal did not play Champions League because they were still building in that building process. That is when Arteta came in. When he came in now, that is where the next season they started winning games and then they qualified for the Champions League. And even last season, we saw a flamboyant Arsenal that almost defeated everyone. I mean, when in the second round, we saw them outclassing or outmatching Real Madrid. We saw them outmatching a lot of big names, big teams before falling to Paris Saint-Germain. So you will take note that this is this particular Arsenal, they are up for business.
Okay, I'm just going to do a quick reminder and then we're going to move out from this particular fixture, move to another fixture. Notably, the available players for Arsenal for today's game: David Raya, we have Timber, William Saliba, Calafiori, Martin Zubimendi, Christian Nogard, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, Leandro Trossard, Merino, and the head coach Mikel Arteta. Those are the players who are available for today's game. I don't see Gyökeres.
I said he's injured. Gyökeres is injured. Havertz is injured. Odegaard is injured. Gabriel, the Gabriel the defender, and the other Gabriel Jesus injured. So that's the injury line.
Going to be. And one other notable thing is that no team has faced Bayern more times compared to Arsenal in the Champions League, 15 times. Next fixture, Evans, Liverpool, PSV Eindhoven.
Liverpool.
Okay, that's the team you're referring to as Liverpool, because I remember at the start of the program I started saying the Liverpool.
I think that would be Liverpool against the PSV.
I think that would be a straight win for Liverpool. If not, it should be something easy ride for this particular team. So we should take note that Liverpool in the last game they had to lose, but in the Champions League Liverpool has actually been doing great despite a slow, very timid start.
Dernière information, dernière actualité, Royal FM vous propose cette édition spéciale.
Bon après-midi à tous. Alors que la Guinée et Bissau s'avançaient vers des élections présidentielles, ces élections s'étaient même déjà faites, on annonce qu'un groupe de militaires a pris le contrôle du pays. Alors, qu'en est-il exactement? Nous avons à nos côtés l'éditorialiste sociopolitique Bertrand Ona pour nous en dire plus. Bonjour Bertrand Ona.
Merci à vous donc pour cette antenne que vous me passez, Olivier Ndema et Paul, sur cette situation qui prévaut donc en Guinée-Bissau. Vous savez que c'est un pays d'Afrique de l'Ouest qui est très coutumier dans les coups de force, les coups d'État, une guerre civile également qui avait mis beaucoup de temps avec beaucoup de morts de ce côté-là. L'élection présidentielle a eu lieu. Le président Umaru Sissoco Embalo était donc annoncé comme étant le favori. Hier encore ou avant-hier, nous parlions encore du nombre de candidats, une douzaine au total qui devraient s'affronter, et que voilà, le principal opposant de ce côté avait été écarté par une décision de la Cour suprême de ce pays-là, et que c'est une décision qui ne faisait pas du tout l'unanimité de ce côté, mais néanmoins on n'avait pas des prémices d'un coup de force qui pourrait venir perturber la sérénité démocratique de ce côté. Malheureusement, depuis quelques heures aujourd'hui, des nouvelles qui viennent de là-bas, de Bissau, la capitale principalement, parlent donc des militaires qui se sont emparés du pouvoir, de certains appareils stratégiques de l'État, et qui sont, d'après certaines informations, entrés au palais pour Mano Militari, débarquer le président Umaru Sissoco Embalo. On va attendre de voir comment est-ce que cette actualité-là va évoluer. Néanmoins, c'est déjà pas très bon. Des nouvelles qui ne sont pas très bonnes de ce côté-là et qui achèvent donc de venir démontrer que la Guinée-Bissau n'est pas sortie de ces vieux démons, que n'a pas été libérée par ces vieux démons ou même n'a pas réussi à faire le pas vers la démocratie, parce qu'à chaque fois, il suffit qu'il y ait des accords, qu'il y ait mésentente pour que ça aille en vrille. Pratiquement de ce côté de la Guinée-Bissau, l'actualité dans ce sens évolue. Il n'est pas le premier à tomber de la sorte. On va essayer de suivre, de scruter cette actualité en espérant que l'ordre démocratique ou l'ordre va revenir de ce côté-là pour que le processus qui était déjà entamé aille jusqu'à son terme. Sinon, ça va être un nouveau cycle de déstabilisation, un nouveau cycle de violence et d'incertitude pour ce pays-là, malheureusement. Mais on va espérer que l'ordre démocratique va revenir et que le président Embalo pourra aller jusqu'au bout de ce processus qu'il a entamé lui-même. Et il faut dire que le président Embalo, surtout, a été, il y a quelque temps, président en exercice de l'Union africaine et qu'il était au taquet pour arranger ou alors résoudre certaines crises. Dans certains pays comme la RDC où c'était un peu tendu, des crises comme celle du Soudan où on en a parlé effectivement à l'Union africaine, malheureusement, et c'est très surprenant de constater que c'est dans ce pays-là qui paraissait pourtant un peu apaisé, un peu calme ces dernières années, qui va replonger dans ce cycle de violence. Donc l'armée annonce avoir neutralisé déjà certains appareils étatiques. On ne sait pas si le président Embalo a été fait prisonnier ou s'il est encore au palais. On ne sait pas si le président Embalo a fui, a pris la fuite. Rien ne filtre encore de ce côté, mais on va voir comment ça évolue. Est-ce que c'est un coup de force qui peut-être va être neutralisé par l'armée régulière, ou alors c'est une faction de l'armée qui a décidé de faire défection pour s'emparer du pouvoir? Autant d'hypothèses qui seront certainement confirmées tout au long de cette soirée, à mesure que la situation va évoluer.
Royal FM, l'information pour vous, rien que pour vous. Royal FM 88.4, la radio des auditeurs.
Welcome back. So Evans, I think I was with you. Arsenal versus Liverpool versus
Liverpool
versus PSV.
Okay. And as I was saying, Liverpool, even though they have been lately in the Premier League, had very, very poor form. In the Champions League is rather the opposite, because we can at least say they are in good shape, at least, because the last game in the Champions League was a victory. Again, a victory against who? 15 times Champions League holders, Real Madrid, whereby they actually tortured them before finally getting that particular 1-0 win. So I would say Liverpool is, to me, I think this should be an easy ride for Liverpool when it comes to PSV. But we should equally take note that this season is more of clubs like these that have actually disturbed Liverpool.
This should be, if I'm not mistaken, this should be the former club of
Arne Slot. So he's going back home. He's going back home, but now
maybe he's going home never to return again. Who knows? Because he might be going home never to return again. Because I think the last game was against I think it was against Nottingham Forest at Anfield. They were telling the Nottingham Forest fans were singing, "Alan Sir, you'll be sacked tomorrow in the morning. Alan Sir, you'll be sacked tomorrow in the morning." So I think that this is a very do or die game for Alan Slot tomorrow and today. Hoping that is, anyways, I like Liverpool as a club. I don't want to see I don't want to see them losing their manager, but I said it's going to be a do or die game. It's going to be a do or die game today for Alan Stott. If he does not win today, or if he's been defeated today, I think that he might lose his job tomorrow morning.
It's like Brian. It's like David is one of those people that made one of these comments with that the difference between slot and lost is the rearrangement of the words.
Of course,
I think he's one of those that made that particular comment because I saw the comment somewhere that the difference between onslaught and lost is the arrangement. If you rearrange it comes to lost.
Arsenal is going to be. I said I'm wishing Liverpool to win today, but
are you sure?
If Liverpool lose today, I think that Arne Slot might lose his job tomorrow morning.
So he'll be lost.
Okay, so we have other top games: Atletico Madrid versus Inter.
Yes, very very strong game because Atletico Madrid too, they are in form. Presently now they are in form, and they are going to be playing against Inter. That it is. I think Inter is one of those that is equally eyeing that first position.
Yeah, they have not lost any.
Yes, they are equally eyeing the first position. Should maybe if let us take for instance Arsenal and Bayern Munich in the draw game and Inter win their game, they will automatically be first.
Aside from that fixture, David, PSG, Tottenham. This should be an easy slice for Tottenham, I guess.
I guess PSG.
This is a remake. For PSG, yes.
PSG against Tottenham. You are saying an easy ride for Tottenham.
This is a remake of the Super Cup of the Super Cup of the Champions League.
I think that is going to be a very interesting game, no doubt. The two teams have what it takes to
PSG has been joined to cause
harm to both teams. I think that is going to be a very. They are playing away from all. PSG is playing at home, I think so.
Yeah,
they're playing at home. I think that is going to be a very an easy ride for PSG. I think that they are going to win the game today.
Easy ride.
To me, I think this is a game that has a lot of stakes because if you have to look at the PSG team that is there, despite that it's not the first time that these two sides are meeting in this particular in a competition, European competition. You take note that PSG is well placed when it comes to winning Tottenham. But now Tottenham this particular season, despite some few injuries, are in form. I would say are informed in the Champions League. Why? Because I would say they are informed. They are informed as compared to PSG. Because if you take note, PSG's last games in the Champions League is either a draw or a lose. Because their last game they had to lose against Bayern. Before that, they I think they struggled.
They trashed Barcelona.
No, it was not Barcelona.
PSG
before Bayern, before the Bayern game, it was not Barcelona that PSG was playing.
I'm saying that the PSG have won Barcelona this season.
And they did not trash us. 2-1 is not a
but it's a trashing. It's a trashing.
No. A trashing is as from a trashing. Exactly. I was even coming to that part of the injury.
Our striker is having an injury. Sesko.
Is that a striker?
I
think he should be given the gloves or a defense. He can help in the defense compartment. As I was saying, PSG the current Ballon d'Or holder is injured. We have Hakimi injured. We have how do you call this guy? In fact, I can say they have a host of players that are injured, and they'll be trying now the Jantus, they'll be trying the Mayulus and the others to see if they can win with a Tottenham Hotspur that has almost all their strikers present. We have Richarlison that is fit. We have Xavi Simons that is fit. We have Kudus that is back. Kudus is back because he was previously injured. Yeah. We have, in fact, almost James Maddison is equally there. So you see that everyone is present for Tottenham Hotspur. So that's why I say it will be a tough match for PSG.
A tough match indeed. So to have a summary of all the games that will be played this evening, a total of 9 fixtures to be staged across Europe. We are going to have early fixtures at 6:45 p.m. Pafos will face off against Monaco. FC Copenhagen will face off against Karat Almaty. All these 2 games at 6:45 p.m. Then the later fixtures to be played at 9 p.m. We have Arsenal to take on Bayern Munich. Atletico Madrid will go for Inter Milan at 9 p.m. Frankfurt will face off against Atlanta. Liverpool, PSV Eindhoven. Olympiacos will go for Real Madrid. PSG will go for Tottenham Hotspur. while Sporting CP will face off against Club Brugge. We'll take a look at the current classification table after 4 games of play, though some teams have gone in advance and have played 5 games. Bayern are still first, second Arsenal in third place, Dortmund is fourth, Chelsea fifth, Manchester City in 6th place, PSG in the 7th position. In 8th place we have Newcastle. These are the teams that, should the trumpet blow now, they are going to qualify directly to the knockout round, while the others would have to play a mini tournament to see who, of course, is going to go out.
What about those who would not qualify?
Those who do not qualify, especially those in
They
the
will
Premier
keep on
League,
watching
they will
the
keep
games from
watching
their homes
TV
and hoping
to
that-
qualify next time eventually.
Which I don't think is possible this season, because seeing where they are,
It's very complicated, I guess.
very complicated.
Evans, David, will end it on that note. It is an end for Sports Hour, today's edition of the program Sports Over Reality.4 FM. We are inviting you to take the rendezvous with us next Wednesday, the same time, 2:30 to 4:25 p.m. for another edition of the program Sports Over Reality.4 FM. To ensure that today's edition was successful, I had with me on the technical dashboard Salomon Esana. Just behind him, we had Brian Bida for YouTube Live, as well as the cameras on our various social media platforms. So production assistants Evans Williams Jobati. Editorial coaching we had from Abel Bela Samari. Coordination we came in from the station's manager Roger Kiek. Of the general supervision, the Reverend Pastor, as always, Emmanuel Noel Bisai. For presentation, my name is Biwa Brian, and up next we are going to be served to Jeunesse Education, which will be presented by